He stretcheth out. Whoops, I don't know if I was alive yet. He stretcheth out the north over the empty place, and hangeth the earth upon nothing. He bindeth up the waters in his thick clouds, and the cloud is not rent under them. He holdeth back the face of his throne, and spreadeth his cloud upon it. He hath compassed the waters with bounds, until the day and night come to an end. The pillars of heaven tremble and are astonished at his reproof. He divideth the sea with his power, and by his understanding he smiteth through the proud. By his spirit he hath garnished the heavens. His hand hath formed the crooked serpent. Lo, these are parts of his ways, but how little a portion is heard of him. But the thunder of his power, who can understand? So that was Job 26, verses 7 to 14. So what's on your screen? Actually, is that nothing? Or is this nothing? Which one? One of them is darkness, and one of them is light, right? Kind of. They're colors on your screen, but the verse that interests me here is, he stretcheth out the north over the empty place. What empty place? How can a place be empty? Like, we can just think of the concept of a vacuum, and like a glass jar with the rubber seal on the bottom, and you start pulling air out of there, and there's always some air in there. There's always something in there. It's a different environment, but there's something there. So what is nothing? Well, I read a story about an earth that was without form and void, and God made some lights. Here's one of them. He made the moon, and I don't have a picture of the sun, I don't think. Maybe I do. I'm gonna go look, because he made the sun and the moon and the stars, right? So let's see here. I'm not sure where I would go to find the picture of the sun. Because it's kind of important, and I'm in no rush. Oh, there's something else I gotta show you too. Hold on. Whoops. Sorry, guys. So there's a moon. Okay, I have another moon, but I don't know about a sun. Well, what other things do we see up there? Oh wait, we'll just pretend that this is the sun. Yeah, this will work. There's the sun. Just pretend with me, okay? So we have the sun and the moon, and I better make sure that we have stars. Oh, I can do that easy. Hold on. Cancel that. Cancel that. Okay. Well, we could look at these. There we go. There. How's that? So that's what it looks like. But we obviously don't see the sun at that time. And the moon is up there sometimes. Okay. The point I'm trying to make is that's not necessarily nothing. It's an empty place, though, right? That's what they say. There's nothing there. Well, if I was going to measure nothing, what's the first thing I should measure? What would you say if there's nothing to measure? Just the concept of nothing can't be a place. So they say it's a really strong vacuum with a molecule here or there or an atom here or there. But is that something that anybody knows? I mean, I was listening to Modern Day Debate, and Fight the Flat Earth said it during the debate. He said that the Earth is falling towards the sun, but it never hits because it has velocity. And I'm like, free falling. Is that where you guys want to go? Free falling into wait, we got to go back. We got to go back to this. Oh, you can't have this either. There. Free falling into darkness. An empty place. Nothing there. So it's not even a place. Like when we are born into the world, and then when we die out of the world, we basically turn back to dirt, and we stay basically in the ground, right? For now, anyway. But where do we go? Like, where does... Because there's more to us than the dirt. Okay, so there's a place that they think is called a solar system, and the sun is the place in the solar system that everything is free falling towards, but it has velocity, so it doesn't hit. It just keeps going around and around. Tell me if that's something that we observe at all. Because I observe something completely different. So, if I was to change the background to this, would you be surprised if I said that is... Actually, maybe I can do that. Here, yeah. Let me just have some fun here. You'll see what I'm doing. We're going to look at some cosmology, guys. Okay, we'll call that good. Did you know that that's how it really is? And then... what can I do? Oh, I know what I can do. Okay, well, we'll make... Earth is going to be brown. I'm going to make it brown because let's just say it's dirt. Basically, it's just dirt. So how do I make it brown? Let's see. It's not a very good brown. It's kind of like green brown. There we go. That'll be close enough. Okay. There's the earth. Flat. And then I think we need some buildings or something. Because you guys aren't probably getting what I'm saying yet. But don't worry. I have a plan. You guys will understand. Because, well, I have something to point out. But I have to have the right image. And there's so many different images we could choose from. Okay. Remember Nimrod? Whoops, he was never up there. Remember Nimrod? Okay. They built the Tower of Babel, right? I don't know if you saw who that was there. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. I gotta make it bigger. Anyway, maybe you can see that. Maybe I can snap a picture of it. And then maybe we can just look at the picture. I don't know. I'm gonna leave that up for now. They tried to build the Tower of Babel up into darkness, right? But did you guys know that above that darkness, that's where heaven is? So where are satellites and space station? Whoops. Alright, I screwed up. I'm getting rid of it all. Above the earth, there is a sky, and then there's darkness. Nothingness. And God put some sun, moon, and stars in that. So above that is God's feet and his throne. Above that darkness. Remember in Revelation there's a beast that, let's see here. A beast that was, is not, and yet is. And what we were going to do is, if I have this set up right, which I might not. Wait, let's see. Hey guys, I am on there. Sweet. Okay. I was gonna show you some things. And we'll do it with another screen, I think. Let's do this. Whoops. Let's do the video of the stars. Alright. That was actually worked better than I thought. It didn't work as good as I thought. Hold on. Okay. So how do we measure something in this place of darkness? You'd have to have light to measure anything, right? Because technically right now I would be lit up by something, right? So what are lights? Is the sun the only light? So there's all these spherical things in the sky, and only one of them's a light. I don't think that that's a reasonable. You know how some people say that about the flat earth? They say all the planets are round like spheres and only the earth isn't a sphere. That's because you think you're in a solar system and you're not. You're on the earth that God made. You don't even have to believe that God made it, but he did. So, because if you think you're on a sphere, you're probably not paying attention to, oh, I'll get that other screen up. Desktop. I'll make that a little bigger so you guys can see it too. Alright, so I was just looking at this. We're going to look at a couple words here and see if we can learn anything. So in verse 7, oops, let's go. We're going to look at verse 7. Job 26, verse 7, sorry. My computer takes a little while. Effed up shrunk, she said. Or, that's Captain, sorry. I didn't mean she. Good to see all you guys. Alright, here we go. He stretches out the north over the empty space. Empty space. Let's see what it Strong says. Could be interesting. You have to be patient when you're on my computer. No, I'm just kidding. It's just because I'm running OBS and I'm running this program. Okay, let's see. Tohu. Formlessness, confusion, unreality, emptiness. Basically the same words in helps. And Strong's Exhaustive Concordance says title. From an unused root meaning to lie waste, a desolation, desert, figuratively a worthless thing. Hey, maybe I can show you guys my cat. Come here. Come here, buddy. This is Bobby. Can you guys see Bobby? Yeah, this is Bobby. Hi, Bobby. She only likes to chill for a minute. Yeah. Trying to show you. She's settled down a lot since the other cat disappeared. Our other cat died a while back, and Bobby's always been like really wild. So she's a good cat. Okay. A worthless thing. This was figuratively a worthless thing, adverbially in vain, confusion, empty place, without form, nothing. Wow, look at that. That's what it said. The earth was without form. Is that the same word? I'm pretty sure it is. Let's just go look, I guess. Genesis. So, it's a place of nothing. What determines when the place something starts? Air pressure or what? Because it goes from air pressure that's heavier down here than it is up at the top of the air. And then it goes to no air, right? What's that if there's no air? What I'm saying is they think they're free falling around spheres when that's not. Are we free falling? We're waiting for the page because I didn't click that button. Okay, let's go. Oh, wait. What happened? I'm going page. Sorry, guys. That's not what I was trying to do. Nothing is a place of darkness, a prison. It was the darkness in the second verse of your Bible. Okay, I was on the wrong page when I went. Sorry, guys. He hanged, what did it say? Stretcheth out the... We're getting there. Sorry, guys. Stretcheth out the earth over the empty space and hangs the earth on nothing. Let's look at that word. Nothing. Belima 1099 in Strong's. Nothingness. Nothing. Nothing, whatever. Nothing. I just read that. Nothing, whatever. Nothing. Whatever. Uh-oh. What's YouTube doing to me now? Oh. It might be buffering, guys. Sorry. Usually that goes away. But usually it happens. It always pops up there. Okay. So... Nothing. He hangs, stretches out the north over, what was it? The empty space. So where's the north? Let's get that image back up behind me. Whoops, I gotta find my page though. Or let's just put that image on here, right now. There we go. I took that time lapse from my backyard, pointed towards the North Star, which is in the center. Bobby! So, he stretches out the north over the empty space. He hangs earth on nothing. What is? That's just the way that they have it down here. Hey, Bobby, stop it. Knock it off. Let's just look at the KJV really quick. Whoops. So that's what's on that, wherever it is. That's what it really looks like if you, it takes like 2.5 hours, I think. And from my house in Minnesota, that's what it looks like. So the stars go like that around in a circle. And if you, as you look like this, they get to be doing a straight line. And that's just what they do. Every star that around here anyway. So let's see here. I'm going to try to add something here. Or let me go back to the desktop. We'll read the verse one more time. Stretcheth out the north over the empty place, and hangeth the earth upon nothing. So, space, it even says, when we look at the Hebrew word, it said empty space. That was the word. So, let's just go, now we'll go to Genesis 1. Oh, I got you guys on the wrong page. I'm sorry. We're just going to help with my confusion. Okay. So in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Should we look at these words? We should. Because this is really not anything like a globe, but it's a totally legit creation that we live in. I don't care if you think that the planets are places to go, they're not. There's a real understanding of what the heavens and the earth really are, and it's what we observe every day. And it's like you have to kind of look at it slowly to see this, maybe, I don't know. So in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. So I'll click the Hebrew button. This is Bible Hub, and this is stuff that anybody can do. It's really easy. So it's giving you the, like, Strong's. I like Strong's, and it's giving you the words, and I guess I don't know why they have it in the order that they do, but it says, in the beginning created God the heavens and the earth. Okay, so let's look at this 8064 in Strong's. It's the heavens, and it's Shamayim, and heaven, sky. So remember this part. It's the sky. God lives in heaven. His throne's in heaven. Jesus ascended into heaven. That's the sky. It's blue during the day, darkness at night, which we'll learn as we go through this. But what I want to do is I just want to make sure that we know what God created on this verse 1. God created the heaven and the earth. And we're going to look at briefly at both of them. So NAS says the same thing, heaven, sky. And we'll look at the exhaustive concordance. Air, astrologer, heavens. Lofty, the sky. The sky. You guys all know what that means. Heaven. And now it has layers and has like details that we learn in the Bible about it, and in the book of Enoch especially, but basically it's the sky. So we just need to know that. It's where the rain comes from. It's where God lives. Okay, the heavens, and now we're going to look at this word, the earth. Okay. Eret. Earth, land. Earth, land. I always just scroll right down and look at Strong's exhaustive concordance. Don't think I can read that fast. Common. Whoops. Country, earth, field, ground, land, nations, way. Whoa, it's jumping all over. Sorry, guys. A land. Yeah, land. World. It's the end, world. So the earth is like land. So it's what the land was like, though. Let's see. I'm going to end up clicking back too far, I bet. Oh, no. One too far, but... Okay, so then it says, and the earth was without form and void. And darkness. Don't forget about this word. Darkness was upon the face of the deep. Don't forget about this word. And the earth was without form and void. God created the heaven and the earth. Okay, let's go up and click this button again. And then we'll have to go to verse 2. And there's a reason why I think we need to understand that about this place of nothing, because that means it doesn't have spaceships and satellites that are up there that are going to stay up there, because the story I know in the Revelation, all those abominations, because this place is not a place, it's what we're going to look at some verses. It's God's place. Okay, we got to go one verse. After we get this darkness, I want to talk about, we're going to go to Psalm 18. Okay, and the earth was formless and void, and darkness was over the face of the deep. So we need to look at this word, of the deep. Because he creates a firmament right after this that divides. Well, we'll look at it in a minute. Deep sea abyss. The deep. So it's an abyss or a sea. Let's see here. Let's go just back a page, I guess. Okay. I'm just going to get a new page going here. So we want, I forgot where I was going. The darkness upon the face of the... Oh, okay. Hold on a minute. Oops. Wrong page. Oh, this is for something else, but it's a good story. I think this was in Jubilees, maybe. Jubilees? It's the Tower of Babel. It's a good story. 43 years they were building it. Its breadth was 203 bricks, and the height, so how you can figure out how high it was. And the Lord our God said unto us, Behold, they are one people, and this they begin to do. And now nothing will be withholden from them. So even if they wanted to go to a place that wasn't a place, maybe they could. Because that's what he also says that in Genesis 11. But I gotta try to remember where I was going here. Okay, so we just gotta look at the KJV, and I'll remember. Psalm 18. Okay. Yeah, my computer's maxed out. The fan's running the whole time. And it could be because of the camera. But since I have the green screen, I said I'm going to set it up for a while. Okay, let's just look at this a little bit. In the beginning. Okay. So then God created light, guys. I'm just going to skim it. And he divided the light from the darkness, okay? God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. Then he made a firmament in the midst of the waters. Okay, but right here, in verse 2, we didn't get to the end yet. There was darkness upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. So this must be waters. And the Spirit of God is above it, moved upon the face of the waters. Because there's an up and down in our reality, the way we understand everything. Everyone has an up and a down, and we all know what direction that is. It's up and it's down. So it's kind of like left and right, forward, backward. We all kind of have these directions figured out pretty well, don't we? Like, what's the first words that a toddler learns? Up! Think about it. Everybody knows what up is. God's up. Okay. Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. So we're going to go to Psalm 18 because I learned a couple things in Psalm 18. Actually, we're going to go to Bible Hub. We can look at the words if we need to. Sorry, Bible Gateway. You changed your format and it really makes it so I don't go there much. And everybody that uses Bible Gateway knows exactly what I'm talking about if you use a mouse and a computer. How you can't scroll down while you're on their page. You have to scroll all the way down to the bottom of your screen till it will scroll. And it's very annoying. And they changed it. I don't know why someone would do that. Let's go to Bible Hub instead. I like their site. I like them both. But I just like using this one. It's laid out clear. I don't have to, like, I can scroll here. Or if I want to go like this and I want to highlight down to there. See how it lets me highlight as I'm holding the button? With Bible Hub, you have to go all the way down to their bottom of their page, and then it's all messed up on Bible Hub. I mean on Bible Gateway, sorry. This is Bible Hub. Okay, so let's look at this though. I just want to read you some verses because there's some very clear things in here where God is or where he calls his throne. Verse 8. There went up a smoke out of his nostrils, and fire out of his mouth devoured. Coals were kindled by it. He bowed the heavens also, and came down, and darkness was under his feet. Well, that works perfect with this. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. So his feet would have been on that darkness that was upon the face of those waters, right? Darkness. Nothing or desolate. Okay, let's go back here. There's more. And he rode upon a cherub and did fly. So he flies. He did fly upon the wings of the wind. We need to learn one thing that I learned about the wind. What's the wind? Well, the Book of Enoch. He got to go see the treasuries of all the winds. It says, I saw the treasuries of all the winds. I saw how he had furnished with them the whole creation and the firm foundations of the earth. So, what did that just say? What are the firm foundations of the earth? The winds. He furnished with them the whole creation. And I saw the cornerstone of the earth. I saw the four winds, which bear the earth and the firmament of the heaven. Bear the earth and the firmament of the heaven. So, where's the darkness now? Well, remember we got to go to verse 3, or actually verse 6. And God this is in Genesis 1. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters. He was talking about the deep. Because that's the only waters that were end. Darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved the waters. So there's waters. I don't know how big or anything. There's water. God moved upon the face of the waters. And then he made a firmament and he divided those waters. Just like in verse 3, he divided or the light from the darkness. So there's day and there was night. And then he divided the waters, which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. So there's waters, and it's called the deep. So it's beneath the earth and above the earth, to the left of the earth, to the right of the earth, in front of the earth, and behind the earth. Get it? Darkness. And it says that's kind of what I'm just going to open a new page. Job 26 that we were just in, I think, mentioned that dividing line between light and darkness. I think it was this chapter. Where was it? Yeah, right here in verse 10. He hath compassed the waters with bounds, because, like Nathan Thompson says, anything water needs a container. That's what he says. All water needs to have a container, and the surface of it is horizontal, and it has to have some kind of vertical sides, like a shoreline, or like the edge of your cup, vertical. But it says in verse 10, he hath compassed the waters with bounds until the day and night come to an end. So I wonder if I should try to bring that up. No, I'm not gonna go. I have this thing, and I'm gonna have to make a whole video about it sometime, about how their view from the space station, it appears to have that round edge between the darkness and the earth. I might talk about that. I have some ideas about that, but let's see here. So let's just look at the next chapter, maybe. No, that's not it. Or, hold on. We got to go back here. Okay, Psalm 18. So the wings of the wind. The wind's very important, obviously. It holds up the earth and the firmament of the heaven. So what I don't really know is the wind is water, the deep part of it. Well, there's this chapter mentions a deep abyss. I saw verse 4 says, in Enoch chapter 18, I saw the winds of heaven which turn. See? Turn. Let me remind you of what that means. There. That's angels, but the whole winds of heaven, that's the path of the angels. So the whole heaven's moving. It's actually turning. And that's why it looks like this. So there's things in a place of nothing. But how far can you go in a place of nothing? How far is the moon away? If it's 238,000 miles away, how do you measure that? You're only measuring that with how long you're there and how fast you think you're going. I'll try to share an example. It'll take a second. Okay, actually I might even still have it in here. No, I don't. I've deleted it. That Starman that they launched in... Oh yeah, I got another thing to mention. I'll have to... Maybe we'll do a YouTube search for a video. Yeah. Let's just do that. Let's just do this. You guys will see it right now when I search for it. Oh, I didn't even have to finish typing it. Sign dragon. Sign in 2020. Sign. Okay. What do you guys think is going to come up if I click on Revelation 12 sign? Do you think on the page somewhere that it's going to say September 23rd, 2017? I do. Let's just try it. Oh wait, you guys don't have that page. I'm sorry, that made that all pointless. Hold on. I totally have you guys on the wrong page. Sorry. I was preoccupied. I had two things going on. I want to get this going in the background. Here. There we go. Sorry. Oop. I think Anthony's calling me, but I don't see him in the chat, so he probably doesn't know I'm on here right now. Okay. Let me just skip around a little bit and find something. Okay, just watch. Every once in a while, you'll be able to see like little, I don't know what to call it, bubble looking things or little white specks or who knows what it is, but every once in a while you can see them. I'm going to just skip around till I hopefully can find a spot, because I want you to think about something. Okay. So they launched this in a rocket and they got it going really fast, and then they just let go of it into a place of nothing. So if it's in a place of nothing that you really can't measure anything anyway, it's just there. But what we're reading in the book of Enoch, let me let's get another screen going and make this complicated. Okay. I'm going to put this down here so you guys can still see the black part of the sky above the car. Okay. This says, the Revelation 12 sign prophecy is an apocalyptic belief that an astronomical alignment on September 23rd, 2017 fulfilled the first two verses of Revelation 12. Right in Wikipedia. Let's just see if we get any certain kind of image of like a woman in the sky or anything like that. Maybe they don't have an image. Let's go to Google instead and click images. You think we're going to see astronomical, like, oh yeah, we are. Okay. All right. Somebody's doing something here. I like this. Do you guys see this? Somebody sees it. Somebody sees it. And I don't know. I just clicked on it. Oh, maybe they don't. I thought it was something else. I thought it was a dragon. Boo. Let me show you something. Okay. Let's do this. One of my friends, Adam, made a video that lots of people watched. Someone else is calling me too. I wonder, yeah, usually my phone doesn't ring so much. Sorry guys. I got an idea. We want to go to videos. Do you guys remember this sign? How long ago was this? Does anybody remember? I'm looking for Adam Fink or Parable of the Vineyard. No, we're not going to watch the whole thing, but I remember when Adam was making this video. You guys will probably remember it, because Adam talked about this Revelation 12 a lot. Oh, it's going to Pinterest. You know what? Maybe we'll just go. Yeah, hold on. Abort. Okay. We'll come back to that. He made darkness his secret place. His pavilion round about him were waters and thick clouds of the skies. So, it appears to me that God is in the sky. This is just, there's darkness up there, and then there's his feet. And then there's other places to learn. What I'm trying to show you is a different cosmology of the sky and the earth. Let me show you one thing here. This is where he talks about that dark place. In Enoch chapter 18, verse 11, it says, "And I saw a deep abyss with columns of heavenly fire, and among them I saw columns of fire fall, which were beyond measure, alike towards the height and towards the depth. And beyond that abyss I saw a place which had no firmament of the heaven above, and no firmly founded earth beneath it." Look it. "And God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament." Let's go back to the Enoch one. "And I saw," or where was it? "I saw a place which had no firmament of heaven above, and no firmly founded earth beneath it." So what is Enoch saying right here? What would this mean to you? No firmly founded earth beneath it. Look at let me get this off the screen. Look it on your screen. No firmly founded earth beneath it. The earth is moving, right? In the image, in the Starman image. It says, "There was no water upon it, and no birds, but it was a waste and horrible place." And guess what else? We forgot to mention 7 stars that are not in that Star Trails video I made. The planets. The planets. So this starship, or Starman, was going to one of the planets, right? It was going to Mars. Well, don't worry, I'm bringing this all together. Mars, let's just type in SpaceX Mars mission, because this car right here on the way to Mars is a SpaceX car. It's a Tesla. SpaceX, let's see, Mars mission. Let's just see what happens on the screen. Maybe we should go to images. Because now, oh wait, what's this? Google's saying, oh wait, what's this? First Mars mission on the verge. This is a Dragon capsule. This is a Dragon capsule. Oh, you guys can't see the screen, I'm sorry. Let me go here. So I typed in SpaceX Mars mission, and we get this Starship thing. We get this Dragon capsule, Dragon capsule, Dragon capsule, Dragon capsule. There's a Dragon capsule. Dragon, 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 dragon. Wonder if anybody ever made a video about that. Well, of course they did, but a red dragon. Wonder if anybody ever wrote a book about that. Let's check. Because, I don't know, there was this thing that happened almost 3.5 years ago. The Revelation 12 sign, right? We were just looking at it. Well, what was that from? Well, it was from Revelation 12. So let's go look at it really quick. Because it's something that people missed, and they're like against it. They're blind to it. They tell me it's an interpretation. They say, why do you think that what you see is right? I said, well, John wrote it. It's written in the... I just showed you that, and we'll look at it here, this Mars mission to go to one of these 7 stars that we didn't mention yet. Well, the Book of Enoch talks about them in a bad way. They're not good, and they're not places to go at all. They're actually taking those forms, those, it says many forms. They're doing that to deceive the people that dwell on the face of the earth. The face of the earth is like the face of the earth. And heaven's above it. And there's a darkness. There's an abyss of darkness. And it's called an empty space. It's called nothing. Even NASA calls it nothing, pretty much. They don't think anything's there. They call it a vacuum. It's just not a place. So anything done there is done in error. Like it doesn't exist. Which we're going to get to that beast that was and is not and yet is. And so, like, to preface that part of the beast, if you can come up in your mind, if there's one thing that humans do that they do not on the earth, I just think of what that would be. They do something that's not on the earth or in the earth or anywhere where there's air or anywhere really where there's light there, but the sun and moon and stars are there, and it's not necessarily a place. It's nothing. And then above it, it all is dark waters. The firmament has waters above it. So let's just look at what it says. Verse 14 in Enoch chapter 18. The angel said, "This place is the end of heaven and earth. This has become a prison for the stars and the host of heaven." And he explains that it was those 7 that disobeyed God. So those are the ones, and we're just going to briefly look at the next chapter, chapter 19. It tells us about the other angels that left their first estate in Genesis 6, and they came down and caused all the problems with offspring, taking wives, and creating this giant race, and then the flood happened. Well, those angels, they were buried in the earth for 70 generations, and they were let off to that place, that abyss of fire. And it says it right here. And Uriel said to me, "Here shall stand the angels who have connected themselves with women. Their spirits, assuming many different forms, are defiling mankind and shall lead them astray into sacrificing to demons as gods. Here shall they stand till the day of the great judgment, in which they shall be judged, till they are made an end of." So they're under chains of darkness. This is in First Peter, or no, Second chapter 2. I should probably just do, my internet's too slow. I'm just going to grab my Bible. It says in 2 Peter, oops, I can almost quote it probably. It's about the angels that left their first estate and they're bound under chains of something. I can't find it, guys. I can't find it. Oh, bumped my microphone. Okay, I'm not going to find it right now. It's also in Jude. I just turned to Jude verse 6 says, "And the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness, unto the judgment of the great day." That's what we just read in Enoch. And Enoch told us that being many different forms to defile mankind and lead them astray. So this, a real world example of this, was tonight. I was watching Modern Day and Fight the Flat Earth was on there, and he brought up one of the proofs for the solar system, basically, was retrograde motion of the planets. Elon Musk has a dragon, Red Dragon. SpaceX has a Red Dragon, had a Red Dragon program that was 2011 to 2017 or something. And it used a Dragon capsule. They didn't actually ever do it. It was just a thing that, an idea is basically what it was, a concept. I can show it to you. Let's go to images again really quick because, okay, making sure you guys are on the same thing. We could just do Red Dragon. I just clicked up here for Red Dragon. And we'll look at, this is probably the easiest one to see. So it launches on a Falcon Heavy. I don't know if you guys can see that very good, but it breaks into pieces. And then the Dragon capsule waxes exceeding great, even to the host of heaven. Have you guys ever read Daniel 8? It reads an awful lot like a rocket launch. It does. So anyway, Red Dragon mission architecture. So let's go back to this video. Okay. So the path of the angels, the stars, are going around that North Star. And as they're moving, I'm going to skip through this video again. I used to have written down all the times to go to, to see the parts that I'm trying to point out. If I skip through, we'll find something here pretty soon. There we go. There's a couple of them, it looks like. See those things? Oops, maybe I got to go back a little bit. Okay, it's like only when the certain light is... Okay, watch in the background. See those things floating around? This car is supposed to be doing how fast? Let me find out. And I don't even know how accurate this would be. When it leaves the Earth, it's going a certain velocity. When I look up to the stars, it looks like they're going a certain velocity, right? Okay, so escape velocity. I'm trying to just get a general idea. In physics or celestial mechanics, escape velocity is the minimum speed needed for a free non-propelled object to escape the from the gravitational influence of a massive body, which is all just a big theory. Gravity. Nobody knows what. See, the problem is that there is no gravity. There's an up and a down, and a forward and a backward, left and right for each one of us. And that's something else I was going to say. How do we know darkness? How do we know if there was a sun? How do we know anything if we didn't have a body to perceive it from? With eyes or ears or... Right? Think about it. Everything that you've ever observed or perceived is from right here inside this body that you have. It's like we use it for tools, our hands, you know. I pick things up with my hands. I adjust my headphones with my hands. I eat food when I'm hungry. So they think that Earth's turning, which I totally disagree with. That's like, it's like seeing a different way. If you see that way, more power to you. Okay, I'm trying to get... Okay, see some of those bubble things. Is that car really moving that fast? How fast would that be at? That's what I was looking up. Just a rough idea. What is it, 20,000 miles an hour? Maybe it's just like 18,000 miles an hour. Way faster than a bullet, guys. There's those bubbles just kind of rolling with it. I'll show you another video. The same thing. But it was 1996. Okay. There's a concept that I'm just trying to... Okay. They're free falling, but there's no drag, right? There's nothing slowing their vehicle down or doing anything. That's because they're not anywhere. They're not going anywhere. They got the earth turning beneath them. Because, let me get this image on the background real quick. Okay. Oh, there's a nice bubble. A couple bubbles. I don't know why they're going that way, but there's a bunch of them. Look at that. Actually, I think I can make it better if I go like that, maybe. No. Maybe not. Okay. There's a place that's moving above our heads. And I got the wrong screen here. Okay. You guys get what I'm saying? If that car's up here, let me, we need a car. We need a car. I have a car. Okay, there's the car. We'll just have to pretend. Okay, so if this car was way up there, and if this car got stuck in here on the path of the angels, would it be going like that? Or whatever direction they shot it with the rocket? Whatever direction they shot it with the rocket. And then would it pass over my house? It'd be hard to see it because it'd be so far away, right? And then would it come back again like this? Like an hour later? Maybe? Maybe? Maybe you could throw a golf ball and it would just go forever. Is it even real? Can you measure? We could measure, oh, the car looks like it's getting smaller and smaller. Well, what if that's what happens? If it's on the path of the angels and they start moving, or they're always moving, it's always turning, turning, turning. So let's say hi to Simon Dan. He doesn't know what to think. It's like, oh. Or wait, was it? I'm sorry. I think it was Simon Dan. He's on the other side of the world or something, isn't he? So, oh, here we go. This is kind of what I was looking for. September 23rd. Let's see. Sorry if that's... I'm going to make that smaller. It's not supposed to be so flashy. We just got to keep that in mind. Because about 3.5 years ago... Oh, that's what we need. We need desktop. Okay. Revelation 12. So, there was a wonder of a woman in heaven. A great wonder in heaven. A woman clothed with the sun. So she was up where the sun was. And the moon under her feet. So she was up by the sun and moon. So I made this. I'll just show you. The book of Revelation is important. So, one more thing. Okay, so you guys remember the Revelation 12 sign. And then you also remember that I was trying to show you this dragon, right? I don't know why I clicked on that. Okay, see that? That's the dragon capsule. Well, I wanted to show you something. So, keep the woman in mind. The woman clothed with the sun. Okay, going to video. Alright, we need to go to about here. Okay, just watching a rocket launch. Where did John see that woman? Let me, oh, wrong one. Hold on. Oh, no. Okay. Sorry, guys. I clicked the wrong button. Just keep watching. Remember where John saw the woman clothed with the sun? And the moon under her feet and a crown of 12 stars? Let's see. Effects. Image. Oops. Okay. Give me just a second and it's gonna be kind of funny when I... Not funny, I guess. You guys understand. So this woman... Did you guys forget about her? Or what? Because, I mean, I just Googled it or whatever, and it came up right away when I said Revelation 2 sign. So, if you remember that, I have a image that I want to show you. And it's going to take a second to find it, but... Of that woman. She's... Here we go. She's got something to say to you. Water, guys? There's a dragon up there. That's what's on your screen. That's a dragon, SpaceX Dragon launch. So don't forget about her. There was a woman clothed with the sun. Now there's a dragon up there. Hold on. YouTube's saying that I got an error or bad something or other. Whatever. It'll go away. One other thing that I gotta show you that I made. Where is it? Oh, that could take forever. I might have to just... Sorry, guys. This is why, like, looking through all this stuff on my computer, there's so many different directions of, like, wrong. Like, that's what I'd call it. So many things happening right now that are just wrong. Way wrong. And people don't realize the time we're in, how far along we are. There's a dragon. There's a beast that gets its power from the dragon. Revelation. So, yeah, I can't help people. Oh, here we go. Grab to show you guys. This should have the bubbles on it. There. That's kind of like a image that I took of that. But those things, kind of moving with the car. Let me grab you something else. My computer's really slow. It's gonna go bing. No. Okay. So John saw a beast coming up out of the earth. September 23rd, 2019. There was a woman clothed with the sun. Okay, let me read something about that. It mentions a certain amount of days right after that. So it says, I'm trying to find exactly where. Oh, it would have. Okay, here we go. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she hath a place prepared of God, that they should feed her there 1,260 days. So it'd be 1,260 days. Let's just do an experiment. Oh, I don't think you guys can see my screen. Here, let's just, this will help. This will help. But it isn't the one I was looking for. Okay, we're gonna remove her. Now she's... There we go. Made that just for... Oops. For, made it for the city of my God. I think she's... Well, it's a city, but, her name is New Jerusalem. And it's actually the temple of God. So, see on your screen, let me get this out of the way a little bit. You see all that smoke and stuff? Hold on, let me get rid of that one. Okay. Well, what is all this up in the sky? It's like angels and clouds and all these things that are up there. Rockets. Okay, hold on. What if I said September 23rd? I'll get you over on just to see. I'm just typing into Google. September 23rd, 2017. Oops, I guess I didn't type that last part because I clicked on the wrong screen. 2017 plus 1,260 days. It's just something that someone in my comment section reminded me of, and so I'm going to remind you guys of it. Let's see, what does it say? Wiki dates? I don't know where to go. I thought there would be an easy one. Oh, it's got a lot of them. Oh boy. How many days since September 23rd, 2017? Whoa, 1,232 days. So, 28 days until that September 23rd sign was 1,260 days. Think about that, guys. I think the whole world was watching on that day. You guys know what I'm talking about. So, I guess we'd say 28 days from now would be 1260 days from when we saw a woman clothed with the sun. And it's talking about that woman when it says those 1,203 score days, that she had a place prepared of God. And then what it says is there was war in heaven. That's the sky. That's what John saw. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. Which dragon? Remember? Dragon. So, hold on. There's one more image I have to get, and I made it today just for this. And I thought I had it in here, and I always skim right past it, seems like. I made an image today that I think you guys, if you've read Revelation, there's a chapter called number 7. So I put a little bit of number 7 on a meme, kind of a meme. I guess I just have to grab it again because I can't find it. Oh, there it is, angel. I called it angel. So what I'm going to do, since my YouTube says it's not streaming good, I'm just going to put this on the screen and leave it on the screen for a little bit. And I'm going to get me out here. See you guys. And I'm just going to put this up here, and we're all just going to look at it. And then I'll make the background black. There we go. We'll just go like this. There, how's that? After these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth. It says in Revelation 12, verse 7, and there was war in heaven. Let me read okay, I'm just going to read from verses 1 through 12. And I'm in Revelation 12. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And she, being with child, cried, travailing in birth, and pain to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his heads. And his tail drew the 3rd part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. And she brought forth a man-child, who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron, and her child was caught up unto God and to his throne. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she hath a place prepared of God, that they should feed her there 1,203 score days. Right now we'd be at 1,232 days, I think it was what it said. Maybe. I don't know. But I'm just saying maybe. I just don't want people to forget it, you know? I just want everyone to remember it. I'm going to see what YouTube's saying I'm doing here. What's going on? Oh, they're not maintaining or not receiving enough something or other. Hopefully you guys are hearing me. I didn't finish reading yet, though. Okay, so 1,203 score days that they should feed her there in the wilderness that God prepared. Verse 7, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, Now is come salvation, and strength, and the kingdom of our God, and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath short time. Now I'm going to read some of Revelation 7, just a few verses at the beginning of Revelation 7. So remember that John saw right there? I think this is part of that war, or before that war, so check it out. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, Hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads. And then there was people that got sealed in their foreheads. So anyway, that's about, I just wanted to talk about nothing can't really exist. Oh, the beast. There's one other thing I wanted to show you. I'll just go to my Bible and read it. The beast that was and is not and yet is happens to be the 8th wandering star. Remember there were 7 stars that transgressed in Enoch chapter 18. And so they were in a prison. That's also in Jude verse 13. It says the same thing about the wandering stars. Well, when John went to this place, this wilderness in the spirit in Revelation 17, well, I have to add this too. Enoch called those 7 stars, twice he called them mountains, burning with fire. And in Revelation 17, verse 8 through 11. The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, and go into perdition. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is. And here's the mind which hath wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains, on which the woman sitteth. And there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7, and goeth into perdition. So I'm thinking that that space station is deceiving the whole world, and to come out of her is simply to stop believing the lie that the solar system is. There is no solar system. There's angels in heaven, and they look like lights, and they're really cool if you zoom in on them with a camera or a telescope. And then he made 2 great lights, which are up there. And then there's 7 deceiving lights, up there, and now there's an eighth. So that means that it's not going to be good coming up here. Yeah, that's it. So there's a dragon that is at war in heaven, and John wrote that dragon is Satan. Do you think that was the time we're living in? There's a war happening in heaven. All right, guys. I think that's about. If you understand this, share it, because it's important that people understand that we've been involved in wickedness towards God, not between us, like men versus men, or countries versus countries, or nations and nations. Not like that. Men have been doing what they did at the Tower of Babel. Let me see if I have that note here. Now this, I don't know if this version has. If you read the book of Jasher chapter 9, I know that has, it says that they had, the building of the tower was a transgression and a sin. And it was because of what was in their hearts. They had like 3 different kinds of people, and they said the first ones wanted to ascend into heaven and war against God and like fight him. And the second group, they wanted to ascend into heaven, place their own gods there, and serve them instead of him. And the third group wanted to ascend into heaven and shoot bows and spears at God. And God actually sent those ones, strong delusion. They sent their spears up. He dropped them back down covered in blood, so that they would have, it deceived them, whatever. Maybe this time it's just they landed on the moon. Just drop them back down, some bloody arrows. Careful what you believe, guys. The whole land of Shinar is called Babel because the Lord did there confound the language of the children of men. Look what it says here. And the Lord sent a mighty wind against the tower and overthrew it upon the earth. And behold, it was between Asher and Babylon in the land of Shinar. And they called its name Overthrow. I think this is from, but I could be wrong. I can't remember. I just copied and pasted it when I was reading it. So anyway, don't build a tower. If you're on the tower, if you're looking up at heaven like it's a real estate for Elon Musk, I would turn around. Turn around. That's what repentance is. Don't take part in her sins, because they're reaching up to heaven. This is what it says in Revelation. And God has remembered her iniquities, and that's why we're becoming aware of them. So be careful what you believe. Have a good night, guys. Thanks for listening. And see you next time.